Howdy ho, Andrew here. Welcome to the Onion Buns and welcome to Let's Talk Oilers. So we got Oilers versus Ducks, game 54, January 26, 2026. So I got the pre-show. So something had to happen after the last 5 games. Yes, the Capitals game was exciting. The second and third and OT periods were amazing. Yes, Bouchard had a career game. He did. There's no denying that. But we literally had 4 players win that game for us. Bouchard, McDavid, Leon, and Hyman showed up. We had a lot of passengers in our forward ranks. And it was one game for Bouchard, who was lights out terrible versus Pittsburgh. So let's not allow one game to gloss over the long-term problems affecting this team. We need all our stars showing up every night. They can be average from time to time. That's natural. But they can't be terrible 30 to 50% of the time, as we have seen from Bouchard this season. And we need the rest of the team to show up nightly. We really do. Which we have not had. Now, if any local analyst starts yammering about analytics, interrupt them and tell them to shut the hell up already. Here's the facts. Our top 6, with Kapanen or Rosevich switching in and out with Leon and Podkolzin line, has been solid. Our third line has been a train wreck all season. Rosevich gets some looks through hard work, but he's just one person and can't do it alone, which is exactly what he's faced this season on the third line, is he's trying to do it alone. And the fourth line, Lazar and Janmark have been great. They really have been. But they play such minor, tiny minutes that they make no real impact on the team or the game. It's just that simple. So we've been a 2-line team this season. I don't give a bleep what the analytics say. Like, I actually heard Bob trying to say, oh, well, the analytics say Lazar, the fourth line's been really good. They play less than 5 minutes a game. How good are they in actuality? I don't care what the analytics say. They play for less than 5 minutes a game. No player, not even Connor McDavid, is going to make an impact playing less than 5 minutes a game. It's just that simple. We are a 2-line team because of invisible players, team design, small and soft, and coaching choices by Knobloch. That's just the truth of the matter. Which brings us to tonight's lineup changes. Kapanen is back in and on Leon Podkolzin line. That's good news. But the big change is Howard's been sent back to Bakersfield, and Josh Szymanski is called up to center the third line. Now, I would rather see Howard stay and Savoy go down, but I don't think that's possible now. I think Savoy's been here, played too many games now, so this is the only fix available. Who is Josh Szymanski, you ask? Good question, because I had no real clue either. So Szymanski is a 23-year-old German center. He's 6'2" and 195 pounds. He has 28 points, 5 goals, and 21 assists in 39 games in Bakersfield this season, so that's reasonable. Google says he has size, skill, speed, and doesn't shy away from physical side of the game. So on paper, he's exactly what I've been asking for our third line. And probably, most importantly, his call-up allows Rosevich to shift to winger, where he is much better, as he's not a natural center. So now we get to see how it plays out. Jari is in net tonight. Regula, Mangiapane are in the press box. It's going to be interesting. With how much Bob Stauffer's been his normal Bouchard cheerleader, for Evan's sake, I hope he doesn't come out flat, because Stauffer has spent 2 days insulting anyone who ever doubted Bouchard. If he's flat tonight, blowback will be massive on Bouchard. And you all know I'm not the biggest Bouchard fan, and even I don't want to see that. Because if this happens, this will be on Stauffer. This won't be on Bouchard. You know, Bob has really set him up to fail these past 2 days unless he comes out gangbusters. Also, what do we get from Savoy? More Yamamoto impersonations, or does he finally step up for a full 60 minutes? And it's totally fair to ask what we get in net tonight. Ingram wasn't good versus the Capitals. And Jari wasn't very good versus Penguins. He let in 6 goals. We will need better from him tonight. So there's lots of questions heading into this game. So let's get to the game and we get some answers. All right, period 1. Oilers penalty at 17:21. Rosevich for hooking. Ducks goal at 16:36. Bouchard fails to clear on a very low, soft clearing attempt. Ducks make an easy stop, and 2 passes later, it's in the net. 1-0 the Ducks. 4.5 minutes into the first, the Ducks have 5 shots on net, and the Oilers have 0. And the score is 1-0 Ducks. A passive watcher would never believe it's the Ducks who are playing back-to-back. And this is what I was talking about in the pre-show. It's like we need better starts from these guys. I don't even care when they win. We need better starts. Oilers' first shot on net, 12:58 of the first. Ducks penalty at 5:02, double minor high stick. Play is under review. Penalty is confirmed as a double minor. So what it was Nurse and this guy were on the boards and the guy's stick rode up. It wasn't intentional. They say you got to be in control of your stick, and that's basically what he was. And Nurse got a little ding right here. And yeah, it was 4-minute minor. They killed off the first one, but Oilers goal at 2:46. Hyman from RNH and Leon. Leon to RNH through the slot to Hyman, who taps it in. 1-1. Oilers penalty at 1:35. Savoy for high sticking. End of the first. Shots on goal are 11-12 for the Oilers. Score is 1-1. So the Oilers battled back in shots on goal, but once again, you have to ask why this team is incapable of being ready at puck drop. I don't think it's an unfair question. I really don't. Once again, they were completely outplayed in the first 10 minutes of the game. And we have seen this game after game after game. Another Bouchard turnover, and it's 1-0 for the Ducks. The other thing I noticed is you hear me talk about heavy play. Well, it's been obvious in this game in puck battles. Grown-ass men versus boys. It's why Savoy took the high sticking penalty. He couldn't compete physically. His high sticking penalty actually was on him. It wasn't just a stick riding up and happened to hit it wasn't. I'm not saying he two-handed slashed or anything, but he couldn't physically compete, and that's why his stick got up. The upside is Anaheim is playing back-to-back, so longer this game goes, the more it favors the Oilers, who should be the fresher team. Boy, did that turn out poetic. As for my 3 questions after the first period, Bouchard is not living up to Bob's hype. But let's be honest, Bob's hype has been idiotic. No one short of McDavid is living up to that nonsense. Bouchard, he was responsible for the 1 goal against, but other than that, he didn't have a terrible period, and I'm not going to hang him out to dry on it. But he didn't live up to Bob's hype, and if we had lost this game, or if Bouchard had been responsible for a couple more goals, oh my God, it would have been ugly. It really would have been ugly, and it would have been all Stauffer's fault. Savoy was only noticeable on the penalty he took, but Jari has been very solid in net. So, period 2. Ducks goal at 19:05. Ekholm and Bouchard and Podkolzin all go behind the net towards one Duck player, who beats all 3 of them, sends the puck to an uncovered Duck player standing out front of the net. It was Bouchard's man, alone in front, 2-1 for the Ducks. Penalty shot for McDavid. This shouldn't have been a penalty shot. This really shouldn't have been a penalty shot. It should have been a penalty, but it wasn't a clear-cut breakaway. But it was a penalty shot for McDavid at 16:42. McDavid stopped. McDavid goes for the low shot, and the Ducks goalie read him from the time he hit the blue line. The Ducks goalie knew exactly what he was going. Now, I have the highest regard for Connor McDavid. You never hear me badmouth him. But one thing I'll say about him is any team watching him knows Connor does not like to race the puck on net. He likes to beat the goalie where they're the strongest, and the goalies in the league are strongest on the ice. And that's where he almost always tries to beat him. And that's what he tried here, and he got stoned. It wasn't even close. He is the best player in the league, but somebody needs to pull Connor aside and tell him that he's too predictable on this stuff. Oilers goal at 15:24. Stastny from Emerson and Leon. Stastny shoots wide, and we're talking really wide. This puck was going nowhere near the net from the blue line, but the puck hits a Duck player and just lucky bounce, and it goes straight into the net. 2-2 is the score. It's the old saying, you got to be lucky to be good. Oilers goal at 13:32. Ekholm from Hyman and McDavid. Ekholm passes to Hyman, who puts the puck on ice towards the net, and a rushing Ekholm tips it in. So it was like zip, zip in. Beautiful goal. It really was. 3-2 for the Oilers. Oilers goal at 12:26. Nurse. I think this was unassisted. Nurse picks up the puck in the Oilers zone, and he just puts the Jets on. He comes in and he comes down the wall through the neutral zone into the zone, comes around, comes in and scores short side. 4-2 for the Oilers. We've seen Darnell score this type of goal before, so nobody should be really surprised that he did it. Oilers goal at 11:35. Ekholm from Savoy and Stastny. Ducks with a horrible turnover. Puck finds Savoy, who moves the puck almost instantly to Ekholm, who skates in and scores. It was very much like the Nurse goal. I'm really not sure where they think Stastny touched this puck to give him the second assist, but that's what the call was, and that's what they put it on the TV, so that's what I'm telling you. 5-2 for the Oilers. Oilers penalty at 7:52, Emberson for hooking. Ducks goal at 6:19. Oilers fail to clear the puck multiple times, and the Ducks beat Jari, top left corner, with a wrister. 5-3 Oilers. And that's the end of the second. Shots on goal are 24-27 for the Oilers. So the Oilers took over in this period. And the score is 5-3. Well, the real Oilers showed up in the second. Ekholm was on fire, as was Nurse, who got one goal, but he had multiple chances as well. Like, Darnell could have been looking at 2 or 3 goals this game with just a little bit of puck luck. The Ducks are clearly losing steam. Like, they came out, it's like they blew their load in the first period. And that second period, they were lagging. The third should be interesting. Third period, Oilers penalty at 8:17, Savoy for tripping. Ducks goal at 6:22. Granlund snipes far corner with much the same style goal he scored earlier. 5-4 for the Oilers. And then the Ducks pull their goalie at 2:15. Oilers goal, 1:48, McDavid from Leon and Bouchard. McDavid picks up the free puck in the neutral zone and skates it in for an empty net goal. 6-4 for the Oilers. And then the Oilers goal at 10.2 seconds remaining in the third period. Ekholm unassisted. Ekholm grabs the puck behind the net and fires the puck dead center of the Ducks' empty net for his first career hat trick. Like, it was from behind our net to the dead center of the Ducks' empty net. Like, if you've ever played hockey and you've tried to do that the length of the ice, that is not an easy shot. Like, most of the skills competitions they do in intermissions during junior B and junior A games have the fans coming to center ice and trying to do that. You know, hit center, dead center of the net with the puck from center ice. Ekholm did it from behind our net. Or, well, yeah, behind the net, but just off to the side, and he just boom, down. So 7-4 Oilers. Oilers win 7-4. Shots on goal are 40-32 for the Ducks. So the Ducks came on strong in the third period, tallying 16 shots on goal. But the Oilers weathered the onslaught and solidified victory with 2 empty net goals. Big game for Ekholm and Nurse tonight. So the 3 stars. Ekholm, 3 goals, first career hat trick. Leon, 4 assists. And Nurse, 1 goal. Slugs, my only real complaint is, once again, the slow start. So, regarding the Stars, Ekholm had a heck of a game tonight to earn his first career hat trick, and in doing so set an NHL record as the first team to have back-to-back hat tricks by team's defensemen. So Bouchard had it last game, Ekholm got it this game. That's the first time in NHL history by any team. Hard to believe. Leon had a quiet 4-point night, if anything truly possible with 4 points, but you really didn't hear his name a lot. But at the end of the game, he had 4 assists. And I'm sure others will complain, but Nurse had a heck of a game. He scored the goal. He could have had 2 to 3 more. Was physical, something this team needs desperately from more players. And he sacrificed his body defensively. You know, it didn't work. Like, there was one power play goal where we got scored on when Nurse was on the ice, but, you know, he was going down. He was blocking shots. Nurse was doing everything you expect from a two-way player or a two-way defenseman. As for the Slugs, Sooner or later, these constant slow starts and allowing opponents to set the pace will start to cost us. I have no doubt in that. We're talented enough to come back, but sooner or later, it's going to start biting us in the ass. This team needs to start playing when the puck drops. Not 10 minutes, 12 minutes into the first period, when the puck drops. Oilers are now 27-19-8. Next game is Thursday, January 29, 2026 versus San Jose Sharks at 7 p.m. Mountain on Sportsnet. And that's my game recap. In many ways, we won again playing one period of hockey, the second period this time. And then we got the 2 empty netters, but it was the second period that won us this game. If you like this video, leave a like, a subscribe, and a share. I'm trying to grow my channel, and a like, a subscribe, and a share does me wonders, and I do appreciate it. It takes 1 second to subscribe, costs you absolutely nothing, helps me immensely. Just hit the subscribe button on the bottom of the screen. Always feel free to leave a comment. I encourage everybody to leave a comment. Not only does it get us interacting, but it really does help me with the YouTube algorithm and getting more eyes on my videos. And as always, pew, 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 and shit. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Bye.